Retinol is one of my favorite skincare ingredients to use, and I use it most every night to help fight the signs of aging like fine lines, wrinkles, and pigmentation. Everybody wants to know, when can I start a retinol, or at what age can I start a retinol? Well, we prescribe retinoid medications to our patients who are battling acne, even at sometimes as early as 9 to 11 years old, if they're developing acne at those ages. And so it's not uncommon for teenagers to use this at some point for their care of acne. And so for that reason, it is safe to start almost at any time. But if you're really using it just to fight the signs of aging, you probably don't need to start that in your teens, but you could start that in your mid to late 20s. Always be wearing sunscreen though, because retinol can increase your sun sensitivity, and you're not going to need as much retinol later in life if you're wearing sunscreen earlier in life. Another question is, I want to start retinol, but I'm afraid of the purge. Any tips? There's a lot of people online that fear what they call the purge when it comes to starting a retinol. And this is the idea that retinol is supposed to make you really irritated, dry, scaly, flaky, or even to have a really big explosion of acne. And this really isn't the case. Usually when I see videos that are talking about the purge, it's because they were using too much retinol or they started too quickly. So if you want to avoid those types of symptoms that people commonly call the purge, you should pick a retinol that's not too strong. It's totally okay to use an over-the-counter retinol instead of a prescription if you're just fighting the signs of aging. Just like the best sunscreen is the one you like to use, the best retinol is the one that you like to use and that you can tolerate using more frequently. I'd rather have somebody use a less potent retinol that they can use 4, 5, 6 nights a week than somebody who tries to pick too strong of one and they can only use it once a week. One of the best tips to avoid irritation from a retinol is don't start every day when you're just beginning with your retinol. It's totally fine to start every 3rd day where you put the retinol on and take 2 days off. And then you'll move up to every 2 days, and then eventually you might be able to move up to every night. I also recommend only applying your retinol to dry skin. When you apply retinol to damp skin, it's much more likely to cause irritation. Once you've applied that retinol, it's okay to add a moisturizer afterwards. And that can be a nice moisturizing cream or lotion, or you could even do hyaluronic acid and then a moisturizer. But I do advise moisturizing the skin after applying a retinol, especially if you're just getting started. If you're interested in finding a good retinol, I've got several recommendations down in the video description.